here's a quick walk around of our double bin deck over trailer. Right on the front of the pressure, or right on the front of the unit right here, you've got an 8 gallon per minute, 3,500 PSI, 115 volt custom pressure washer. It's also got a 5,000 watt generator off to the left of the Honda engine there. That generator is your energy source for your heater. It's also going to power the vacuum system that's on board this trailer. This trailer has an independent 30 gallon per minute vacuum recovery system that's inside this one of these walls here. So from a serviceability perspective, this wall opens up. You've got inside access to the side of your machine if you ever need to do service on it. Open this door here, you've got access to the 30 gallon per minute vacuum recovery system, your fuel tanks there, your filter for your fresh water, all that good stuff there. Close this up. And go back to this back cabinet here. Back cabinet on this particular model is going to store a hydraulic unit. There's also a little bit of storage space in there if you need to put anything else in that cabinet. You can do that. And then we'll walk back around the front. The tank on the front there is one of your dirty water tanks that works as dirty water, and then the back of the unit also back here, this also works as dirty water as well. So you can capture the vast majority of your dirty water for proper disposal when the time comes. We move on this trailer, we move that water weight back forward to help balance the kind of shifting water weight, because that big tank is your fresh water. That's 525 gallons. Your fresh water starts there, and then as you work through your day, you've got to rebalance that weight throughout the system if you're pulling down the road. So that's where that dirty water in the front helps out with that balance. This is a custom built deck over trailer specifically for these builds for us. It's got two 7,000 pound axles, which would make it a 14K trailer. We derate it so that typically with a 2,500 pickup truck, you could pull it without being within DOT or without needing a CDL generally. You got to look at your local state guidelines for all that kind of stuff. But generally, we're going to have it rated right around 11,900 or something as a weight on the tongue there. Right here with this sticker, I'll show you. Then we come back around. This is our operating side, the passenger side of the trailer. So on the side of the trailer there, you've got 4 handles. One of those is your bypass that allows you to circulate water. One is the passenger side head, one is the driver's side head, and one is the wand. Then you've got your pressure gauge. Then you've got your 4-pendant control. It's going to control your hydraulics there. There's going to be an up, down, open, close control. To start the unit, it's very, very simple to operate. You would just basically, most likely for most people, are going to just hop out of their pickup truck, and as they're walking by, they're just going to hit your starter right here. You've also got controls right there for your heater on and off, and your thermostat to control your heat temperature settings. But you just walk by, that key, start the machine, walk around. If your lifters were up, you would just set them down quickly. But I've already got them down here. So all I'm going to do to operate and clean this can is I'm going to load this can in my lifter, face it backwards. Generally, when I'm not holding a cell phone, this would be a little bit easier, but I would turn the wand on, turn the bypass off, and now I've got my water going to my can. I'm going to get a quick little grab on it. And so you've got a 50-foot spring-loaded hose reel in this cabinet here. So in this cabinet, you got a 50-foot spring-loaded hose reel. And that's going to allow you to get around the trailer and clean, get around the wand, the can, all that kind of stuff. But let's see if I can do this while I hold a phone. First time cleanings, you'll probably have to hit around some of these areas like this. Some of these more problematic areas, you may have to hit that with the wand a little bit. Once you get them to rewash, it's a pretty easy process. Anyways, we're gonna knock the outside out, hit any problem areas we have there, and once we do that, we're gonna come back and we're gonna just hold this and go up on this can, pop it out all the way over top of the 360-degree cleaning heads that we have. We go right back over here to our bypass, and we can either activate our bypass or we can just turn our passenger side head on. Just turn that head on, turn that wand off. And while this can cleans, if I'm in a residential setting, I'm just gonna roll this wand back in while that can cleans. Typically, a wash is gonna be completed by the time I get this wand put up. So right now it's getting hot water blasted in there. I've got two different tip configurations. I've got a 2-tip setting and a 4-tip setting. You get a little bit different wash properties out of those two settings, but that's about how quick a wash can be. Go back and turn my bypass on, turn my head off. I'm gonna set this can down, and as I do that, you can see the steam coming out of that can right there. And I'll show you what the head operation looks like as well. So you can either operate one head at 3,500 PSI. We have the strongest heads in the industry, go all the way up to 3,500 PSI. Actually, the head's rated for 3,600 PSI with a 2-tip configuration or a 4-tip configuration. The 2 is going to hit a little harder. The 4 is going to give you a little bit faster coverage. So let's show you what that looks like. So this is inside of the trash can. This is what will be happening inside of the 2-tip. And then I'll go back over to the 4. The 4-tip wash. And then if you want to run both at the same time, you can. Just a little bit lower PSI, which is honestly very effective for rewashes. When you do that, you don't need 3,500 PSI. You don't need as much water. So right now, each head's receiving about 4 gallons per minute, and each head's putting about 1,200 PSI out. But that's a quick walk around of how this system works. Hopefully it'll be helpful. A couple other pieces of information I wanted to add into this video as well is right here. This is a 10 amp battery charger. So anytime you're running your machine, that 10 amp battery charger is charging 2 different batteries on the unit off of the generator that I mentioned earlier in the video, which the generator, being 5,000 watts, has a couple different electrical outlets on it. You can actually use it just like a regular generator would be used. You can use it to power tools. You can power, all kinds of other equipment off of it. We had somebody that was caught in a hurricane a couple years ago, use it to power their, I believe some of their kitchen appliances and things like that to get them through that kind of natural disaster stage when that hurricane came through. Also, right here at the front of the trailer, you got a switch. This switch is strobe lights. That switch right there is strobe lights front and back. So you've got strobe lights front and back on this trailer. And then the last piece of really good information is generally these units, unless somebody does not want a wrap is included. So the metalwork and everything that you see on the side, that's not how typically you're going to see this trailer. When you receive this trailer, generally it's going to have your company logos on there. You'd work with our design team to help put a wrap design together that fits your business. And then when you receive it, it's ready to go into the market branded for your company. So just a couple more pieces of information I wanted to share.